What is going on, Jets fans? Welcome on into Jets Media. My name is Richie, and we got the schedule to talk about more and why Justin Fields is the key to everything with this New York Jets team this year, man. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? That is the truth. Who is Justin Fields? Is he that guy or not? Will he level up his game? Will he break out with the New York Jets? I got a lot of fun things I want to talk about in today's show. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel as we'll be talking about Justin Fields and more right here on Jets Media on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in to the channel. We got Jets Media Day 2025 in the works right now, which I'm super excited about. It's a lot of fun to plan this event every year. It's a lot of fun. I think that this year's event's going to be interesting. We have to figure out which game we're going to go to. I have a good idea already which one it's going to be potentially, but stay tuned for the updates on that. We're really excited about it, man. So make sure you guys hit the like button on your way into the show. And I want to break down why I believe Justin Fields is the key to the New York Jets' success this season. And we were live on the AFC East Roundtable last night. And if you guys did not check out that live show, I highly recommend it, especially during the Jets segment when we broke down the Jets schedule, because they are clowning the Jets, right? They're expecting the Jets to be so bad this year and Justin Fields to be bad, right? He's a bad quarterback. As my boy JT comes in and says the same thing I'm saying, man, you're already ahead of schedule. You're already ahead of me, JT. AFC's roundtable was disrespectful. Can't wait to prove them all wrong. Listen, I'd rather be disrespected, especially on the roundtable, than anywhere, because that gives me the fuel. That gives me the receipts. You feel me? That gives us Jets fans reasons to be hopeful that this team can prove the doubters wrong 110%. Obviously, the Jets have to live up to it. It's not going to be an easy season. I think we can all agree with that. You look at the schedule, it's not going to be an easy season to start it off, to say the least. And I think that if you're not a Jets fan and you're looking at this team from an outside perspective, why would the Jets be successful this year? Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why. You got to look at this schedule and realize that things go ways that you can never expect. What I mean by that is we do not know how these teams on the schedule are going to be. There could be an injury to a certain quarterback when we get into that game, for example. Or we can have an opponent like the Carolina Panthers in week 7. Right now, we're thinking, yeah, that could be a win. But what if Bryce Young clicks and the Panthers are 5-1 heading into that game and they're clicking? That's my point. It's very unpredictable, right? We don't know. What if we get into that Atlanta Falcons game week 13 and they're like in first place and they're like, I don't know, 8-3. You never know. Or what if somehow the Ravens fumble this? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is the NFL, what makes the NFL so awesome is that it's a season-by-season league, and it's very unpredictable. You can never really predict what's coming. So now it's time for the Jets to go prove the people wrong. I think that hearing what people are saying about Justin Fields, I find it interesting that nobody's giving him a chance. Nobody is giving him a chance. And I think the people that are giving him a chance are the New York Jets, which I absolutely love. The fact that Aaron Glenn has a system in place for him, they have an overall mindset that hopefully will instill into Justin Fields. And there's no guarantee that Fields is going to break out. There's no guarantee that he's going to be the guy for this Jets season. But I think there's a lot of reasons why it can happen. And I also think there's a world where, say the Jets do stink and Justin Fields proves he's not the guy. Well, the Jets are going into the 2026 draft class with a lot of quarterbacks. So that's really how I look at it. That is definitely how I look at it. Jets, Carpetbagger with a super chat. You got merch. Yeah, I do got merch, man. I do got merch. This is merch from Jets Media Day 2023. But yeah, I got to update my website. And speaking of Jets Media Day, if you guys want to make your deposits for Jets Media Day this year, That link is down below in the description of the video, and I'll put it right now in the live chat. If you are interested to make your deposit, what this does is basically guarantees you your spot in the event this year. It's not the full price of $100. I don't know what the prices are yet. I got to wait to hear from the New York Jets. I think next week is when I can get all that information and then announce it to you guys. But what this does is it guarantees you a spot in the event, and then you will be sent a payment link to pay the remaining of the balance. So I'm excited about this year's event. I think that it's going to be interesting. I do think that there's 3 options for this event. There's 3 options, and it's weeks 1, 2, and 5 that I'm looking at. Weeks 1, 2, and 5 is what I'm looking at for sure. I think the home opener would be a really fantastic event, 100%. I think week 2 against Buffalo would be awesome, and then week 5 against Dallas would also be great. So you guys let me know about that. I really don't think we can go wrong with it. Any of those 3 games I think will be awesome. You know, I definitely like to make the event at least one of the first 5 games of the season. And I think we got some interesting options. I think week 5 against Dallas would be awesome. The home opener will be great. So you guys let me know in the chat if you are interested in coming to Jets Media Day 2025. You can make your deposit right now and then secure your spot, baby. Let's do it. If it's the home opener, count me in for sure. Well, JT, only if it's the home opener? What do you mean? You're not coming if it's not the opener? We'll see, man. We got to do a lot of research and see what the ticket availability is for the New York Jets. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. And I feel like Jets fans' expectations for the season is interesting. I think that what I'm noticing amongst the fan base is that it's a reasonable. I just feel like Jets fans are more reasonable now. We went through the hype of Aaron Rodgers, and now we've kind of learned, like, okay, let's not get overly excited for this team until they prove it. And I'm not getting overly excited, but I am excited for just seeing this Jets team go out there and get on the practice field and show what they do, and seeing them even in like the offseason workouts, seeing Justin Fields command the huddle, seeing how he's operating with this team. Those little things I'm definitely interested in, 110%. Dallas week 5 may be doable, but I already planned out the games I'm going to. I got you, JT. I got you. Yeah, week 5 against Dallas is definitely an option that I'm thinking about. No doubt about it. The Dolphins got to worry about their quarterback playing a whole season. Tyreek and Ramsey probably getting traded. The Pats got to prove they are what people are saying. The Jets have to take it one game. Yeah, and I think that the Jets are getting swept under the rug in terms of nobody's expecting them to do much this year, and I like that. I really do like that. And the reason why I think Justin Fields is the key to the Jets' success is if he fulfills that breakout aura that some people are hoping for, then this Jets team is going to have a successful year. And I genuinely believe that. I really, really do believe that the Jets will have a very good season if Justin Fields can break out. But again, there's no guarantee that even happens. And I think that you look at what Justin Fields is going to do. Is this team going to buy into him? Are they going to try to maximize his potential and all that fun stuff? I really do think that there's some interesting debates that I'm seeing within the Jets fan base about Justin Fields. Is he going to be able to level up his game to new heights or not? And there's like a deep dive you got to make on Justin Fields in order to figure out this is the case. There's a lot of people that are all in on Justin Fields this year that are not Jets fans. I think that's interesting. And all you need if you're a guy like Fields is an opportunity. And the New York Jets are giving him that opportunity right now. The New York Jets are giving him that opportunity. And he's got to take it and run with it, because I really don't think he's going to be given an opportunity like this again for a long, long time. All right. Sko asks, is this live? Yes. He's testing the waters. It is live, my friend. Absolutely. We are live, my friend. I'm excited for the next 15 plus years of Aaron Glenn football. Well, if that's the case, then we are definitely on the right foot. If we get 100, oh my God. If we get 15 plus seasons of Aaron Glenn football. That means we got our version of Mike Tomlin. We got our version of Sean McDermott, all the coaches that are there for a long time with other organizations, man. Oh, man, that's all Jets fans want is continuity, I'm sure. We want continuity at quarterback, continuity at head coach, because we are desperate for an opportunity to be a household name in the NFL. It starts with coaching, and Aaron Glenn is passing the early tests. I do agree. I do agree there. I think that Aaron Glenn has been somebody that I'm very open-minded about. I definitely got to finish those off-season videos that came out, man. Smash a like. Richie's live again. My man Omar, appreciate you, my guy. I always appreciate you, bro. I could see a great start and Woody starts making demands. I really hope Woody does not start getting involved. That's my hope. I hope that whether the Jets start off well or they start off bad, he's just not involved. And I hope the way that he is involved is by publicly endorsing the New York Jets' success with Aaron Glenn, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Jose Escobar with a $5 super chat. My man, Jose, secured Jets versus Bengals tickets with my friends last night. Can't wait for that game. My friend is a huge Joe Burrow fan. 10-hour drive. Here we go. Woo, Jose, headed to Cincinnati to support our New York Jets. That's what I like to see, man. Congrats on securing your tickets, my friend. That's going to be an awesome experience. Represent us, Jets over there in Cincinnati, man. Let's bring back the W, bro. Bring back the W for us. That's all I ask. Bring back the W. Hopefully the Jets at that time of the season, they're elite, man. Hopefully. You never know. But I appreciate you, Jose, for the super chat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope the restaurant's doing well as well. Sko with a chat says, think about it. The Bears GM decimated the roster around Fields to tank lose on purpose. Fields responded by coming number 2 in NFL history and having his cleats enshrined in the NFL Hall of Fame. I don't know what this means. Is that what you're projecting Justin Fields to do? Because I feel like you look at what Justin Fields is potentially going to do here. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting of what he's going to be able to accomplish because he is the quarterback number 1. He does have an opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong. And I think a lot of people just want this team to find their quarterback for the future, man. And I would love to get your guys' record prediction in the chat. I would love to hear your guys' record prediction in the chat because I think it can go a lot of different ways here. So let me know your record prediction in the chat right now. All right? Right now, record prediction in the chat. All right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I got to see your guys' record prediction, man. I got to see your guys' record prediction in the chat right here, right now. 10 wins I see in the chat right now. 10 wins? You guys are that confident? You guys are that confident, man. $11 and 6, 8 and 9, maybe 9 and 8, 11 and 6, 8 and 9, 6 and 11. 6 is our floor. I say 9 and 8, 8 and 9, 10 and 7. Oh man, I would do anything for a positive Jets season, man. I'm starving for it, bro. Oh, but I also want to make sure people know that I don't know how to say this without sounding like a Debbie Downer, but I don't know, man. It may take some time for this Jets team to figure themselves out, and I don't want to give them that expectation that we're going to stink or whatever, but I just feel like it may take some time for this Jets team to figure out their way. Figure out their way. I don't know. I do think this season's going to get ugly before it gets pretty. I mean, Fields did start off his Steelers career 4-2. So I don't know how he's going to start off with the Jets. Like, for example, what do you guys think the record will be in the first 6 weeks? Could Fields pull off a 4-2 start? Or will it be 3-3, 2-4, 1-5, 0-6? I mean, man, I am predicting a rough start to the season. I am, with the hope that we can go out there in the second half of the year and pull off some dubs. Because I think this team is destined to face adversity and for Aaron Glenn to bring everybody together. Because what we saw from Robert Saleh's Jets is a team that cannot handle adversity whatsoever, bro. When things hit the fan, it would spiral out of control. And they also didn't know how to handle success well, even when they had some highs. Remember, what was it, last year we were 2-1? Yeah, we were 2-1. We blew out the Patriots on Thursday night, week 3. And boy, Jets fans were like on top of the world. I know I was. 2-1, feeling great. And then Aaron Rodgers like, yeah, we got to make sure we know how to handle success. And then we failed from that point on. And then also, if you rewind to the season where the Jets, what were we, like 7-4 with a chance to make the playoffs, and then we lost 6 straight games to go to 7-10. So, like, we have to find a way to be that team that knows how to handle the highs and handle the lows. And the one thing that Aaron Glenn said in that one Jets Drive episode, bro, oh, it stuck with me, man. I got to play it for you guys. I got to find it. I think Boy Green posted it. So I got to find it for you guys, because what Aaron Glenn said, bro, it fired me up, because that's what I'm talking about. That's what this team has been missing. Exactly what Aaron Glenn said. All right, here it is. I found it. I think this is, let me make sure. No, wait, that's not it. Hold on. Here it is. I found it. All right. Listen to what Aaron Glenn said here, because this is what I'm talking about with Aaron Glenn. This is exactly what I'm talking about with Aaron Glenn. All right? So take a listen of what Aaron Glenn said.
Here's the first thing that I want to make sure that I get across is I don't want to collect players. I want to build a football team. And I think there's a huge difference. And what I mean by that, I just don't want to get a group of athletes in here and say, let's go play football. There's a purpose for every person that's brought into this building. And there's a reason why they're in this building. And that goes the same with the coaches. It goes the same way with anybody that's a part of what we're doing. And I want to make sure that this is a very intentional process. And every player that's brought in this building, and there's a reason why he's here, they have to fit exactly what we're trying to create. And that's why I say I don't want to just collect players. I want to build a team. And that's what we're in the process of doing.
It's been very natural. AG and I have a lot of conversation daily about the team, about what we're building here and the culture we want to establish. And that starts with AG. And I think we're on the path to doing that.
So, like, the culture, right? The word culture gets thrown around all over the place. And, like, that right there, what Aaron Glenn just said, is the exact culture that I'm talking about that the Jets need and lack. What has been the issue with the Jets? And it was so obvious last year. Why were the Jets so hyped up heading into the season? It was because we had a roster that looked talented on paper. But then when those players went on the football field, they did not play as a team. They had just individualistic minds, and it looked like they were out there to collect the paycheck and did not believe they can accomplish anything. What Aaron Glenn is trying to do here is create a team. And it sounds like the most simplistic thing possible, but hey, we got to start from scratch from a culture standpoint, man. The coaching staff last year was so bad that it was right in front of our faces, and we all had concerns. Even last year heading into the season, we're like, I think even I said it, everybody was saying this last year. There's two things that can get in the way of the Jets' success last year. It was, number one, Aaron Rodgers' health, because he's coming off an Achilles. And number two, the Jets coaching staff and Robert Saleh. Like, everyone's like, we don't believe in the coaching yet. These coaches have not proved anything. All they've proved is that they have a good defense, and their defense was even bad last year. So I think the identity that Glenn is really, and he's also very articulate, he's intentional, and he's very, like, detailed with his approach of the system that they're building, and not even just a system from scheme. I'm talking about operations, practices, meetings, a way that we do. Like, I really feel like there is a shift, but people also need to realize that it will take time for that shift to really show itself on the field, because it sometimes takes some time for a coach to figure it out. Now, on the flip side, there are examples of coaches that hit the ball rolling right away and succeed immediately. Dan Quinn with the Washington Commanders. The difference there is he's an experienced head coach. It's not his first gig. Harbaugh with the Chargers, first year, succeeded. Difference there again, Harbaugh is very experienced. This is Aaron Glenn's first time as a head coach. I don't want to make this comparison, but you talk about the Detroit Lions, where he comes from. The first year with Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell with Detroit, they were abysmal. Abysmal. And then in year 2, they start off the season trash all over again. And then that's when things hit the fan, and the owners backed the Lions coaching staff, and the coaches felt like they had the belief upstairs, let's go accomplish something. And that's when the Lions went on that second half run. And then year 3, that's when the Lions broke out, win the NFC North. And then year 4 was the season this past year, and now Aaron Glenn is a head coach. So that's kind of, I don't want to say that's the exact thing the Jets are going to be, the Lions, because I think the Jets roster right now is way better than the roster that the Lions had in year 1 with Campbell. And that's why the topic of this entire video is about Justin Fields, for that reason, because I really think he's the key, bro. The quarterback position is the most important position in sports. We all know that. But if Justin Fields breaks out, I really believe this team could be special this year. But if he's mediocre and just the guy that we saw in Chicago making mistakes, not able to throw the football down the field with precision, not consistent, has some flashes, but that's where this Jets season gets derailed. But I feel like the confidence that Fields has with himself is important. I think that the confidence that Aaron Glenn is going to instill into him is going to be important. So you just got to wait and see and enjoy the process, man. Just got to wait and see and enjoy the process. And seeing Fields go out there and handle himself in the huddle already is exciting, right? I think seeing the Jets like off-season program has been fun. You know, them going to work.
I'm a huge believer in just moving in silence.
And Aaron Glenn is a guy that wants to move in silence. And I think that has been the mantra since he got here. We only are on 2 primetime games, 1 in London. So we'll have the national scope 3 times out of a full season. This team's got to go out there and prove themselves before they're out there, you know, in the primetime lights. And I feel like the hype got to this Jets team last year, man. I really do believe that. I think it got to their heads. I think with the presence of Aaron Rodgers under center and the external expectations really infiltrated this Jets team last year to the point where it was a detriment. It was. And also, like, recovering from that Aaron Rodgers Achilles injury, like, that was so traumatic. That was the worst sports injury I've ever been a part of. Like, and I've been a part of a lot as a fan. I don't think it'll ever get worse than that. And that had a ripple effect as well. And the reason why I bring all these things up about the last few years is because of the dynamic shift. We're moving in silence. Nobody's expecting the Jets to be good. And they're kind of like grinding in the shadows. And I kind of like that. Like, I like that Aaron Glenn is preaching this gospel about nobody is expecting us to do anything. Let's move in silence. And let's go prove who we are on the football field when we touch the grass, rather than proving ourselves in the media, because that's not what it's about. I don't want NFL Network to project the Jets to win the AFC East all over again. I don't want the AFC East roundtable hosts to predict the Jets to be special this year like they did last year. I don't want any of that. I want them to laugh at the Jets. I want them to expect us to stink so we can go out there and prove the world wrong. Because I actually do have optimism that that's a possibility. And I don't think that's delusional. I really don't. I think that's realistic optimism where you look at this roster on paper, which, by the way, I got to make a graphic of the Jets roster. I want to see it before my eyes. I want to see the roster. I want to see it. I want to draw it out. I kind of want to see the formations. I want to see what this team looks like on paper right now, because I think it could be a dangerous. I think it could be nice. I really do. Because I think that you look at what this Jets team is about defensively, mixed in out, like it's going to be a new system. And you saw, I don't know, I got to find the video, but there was a video of like Josh Reynolds catching a ball in practice and our new head coach, our new offensive coordinator, Tanner Engstrand, getting all happy and stuff. Like, I don't know anything about Tanner Engstrand, our offensive coordinator, but he seems fun. He seems like a young, energetic dude, and he was a big reason for the success of Detroit, as Ben Johnson alluded to, that he was a big help for his overall success. And you talk about Ben Johnson, one of the brightest offensive minds in football. Tanner Engstrand learned underneath him. He game planned for him. So I'm not going to sit here and say we got our own version of Ben Johnson. I think that's a little over the top here, but I think that the Jets really have an opportunity here to be something special, man. Let's go. Jets jersey sales and viewership going to be sky high with all the Bears fans coming on board. Do you think there's going to be a lot of Bears fans supporting the Jets? I mean, I could see that. I mean, speaking from experience, not every Jets fan, but some Jets fans, including me, I was hopping on the Vikings last year with Sam Darnold. I'm hopping on the Seahawks this year with Sam Darnold. I mean, I'm not rooting for the team. I'm just rooting for Sam. Similarly to how some Bears fans will root for Justin Fields over here with the Jets. Because when your organization drafts a quarterback, you get attached to that guy. You really do. You really do. You get attached. And he also had damn near the first line the entire time. The boot, sheesh, man. Center was so bad. He was getting sacked and running plays. It's literally on tape. Yeah, and you look at, this is the best offensive line Justin Fields has ever had in his entire career, and that means something. And by the way, this offensive line is good on paper, but they got to prove themselves. They got to prove themselves that they can go out there on the football field, right? They got to go out there on the football field and prove themselves. No doubt about it. But you look at the offensive line, that could be a strength to this team. That could be a reason why Fields can break out. Because if they move people in the run game, and we have Breece Hall living up to his expectations, Braylon Allen having a year of improvement. I think if there was one breakout player on this offense that nobody's talking about, I think it's Braylon Allen, bro. Like, yes, Breece Hall can break out, but I think Braylon Allen as a number 2 running back is not being talked about enough. That kid is legit, bro. He is a bowling ball. Bounces off tackles, has speed, has power, has balance, has the vision, has the footwork, has a really good mindset, has that swagger to him. I think people are underestimating the roster. And you think of the criticism of the Jets roster on the offensive side is the lack of weapons for Justin Fields. People think that there's one weapon and that's it. Garrett Wilson is the only guy to be worried about, and teams are just going to focus on Garrett Wilson and shut him down and then let the other guys beat them. Well, I'm here to tell you that Mason Taylor is a dude. He's a dude. Jeremy Ruckert, I think, has a chance to not break out, but kind of show his full potential. Don't sleep on Josh Reynolds, a savvy veteran. Alan Lazard is also a savvy vet. I know some Jets fans do not like the guy, but he's still a veteran in this league that can make an impact if his name's called on him. He's got to prove to be consistent. Okay? Arian Smith is man, if he can click, dude, watch out, bro. If he can click, Arian Smith out of Georgia, bro, watch out. I think that's another opportunity. I'm really excited, dude. I really am. I think that you look at what this Jets team is about, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of excitement, man. And I think the offensive line is that. And I feel like we barely even talk about the defense because we just expect this defense to do their job. Because the defense with this Jets team has always been good. And Aaron Glenn, defensive minded, Steve Wilkes, like we expect Quinnen to be that dude, Sauce to be that dude. And if there was a piece to the puzzle of the defense that we solved in the offseason, I think we hit a home run with our safeties, bro. I think we hit a home run with our safeties, man. One guy in particular I am so excited to watch play, and that's Malachi Moore, dude. I think Malachi Moore is going to be stud, bro. He is a perfect piece for Aaron Glenn to use. Perfect. He's going to be all over this defense. Nickel, out as a ball hawk, free roaming, lined up in the box. I mean, this is our Brian Branch that we just got here. He is, if you're a multi-year starter out of Alabama, you know how to play the football position, man. And Andre Sisco is a guy as well that I think is another piece that is going to be fun. I think Andre Sisco getting a one-year deal, a veteran in this league who is still extremely young. The safety tandem of Sisco, Malachi Moore, Tony Adams, right? You add Azarie Thomas into the mix in the secondary. You add Brandon Stevens to the secondary. These are all Aaron Glenn type of guys. Aaron Glenn is obviously specializes in the secondary, and you see the type of traits that he likes: length, size, athleticism, high football IQ. Because Brandon Stevens, as bad as he was with Baltimore last year, he was in on every play. He just was unable to turn his head around and make a play on the ball. And I think that the Jets potentially have 2 gems in the secondary in this 2025 class. I really do believe that, bro. I don't want to make it sound like I'm overhyping the secondary, but you got Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter II already, who are 2 studs. We can all agree there. You add A.Z. Thomas. You add Malachi Moore. You add Andre Sisco. Like, this Jets secondary could really be the backbone of the defense. And then you add in the Jets extending Jamie and Sherwood at the linebacker spot, 100%. And JBC, thank you for bringing him up, John, because your name's not actually John Williams, is it? But thank you for bringing up JBC, because he's another guy that I think has untapped potential. I think who JBC is going to be, he's going to be our new Brandon Eccles. He's going to be a solid backup, where if we get injured at corner, he's going to come in and have that backup role. That's good. So your name is actually John Williams. Well, you share a name with a legend. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. John Williams. Fields could have easily been 5-1 with the Steelers had the defense closed out the Cowgirls with mere seconds left in the game before the Cowgirl winning drive. Fields threw a go-ahead touchdown to win the game. I kind of want to watch that touchdown now that you bring it up. And I remember exactly what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it. Justin Fields touchdown. Cowgirls. Just kidding. Cowboys, I know. Yeah, it's not coming up on here. Let me look it up on YouTube, because I think that you look at the tape for Justin Fields with his opportunity against, with the Steelers, right? I think that was a real test for him, right? All right, here it is. Game 5. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see. So here is the game-winning drive. We want to watch it together, guys? Let's watch it together, man. Come on. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. All right. So here is the game-winning drive that we are hearing. So let's skip to it. Steelers get an interception. It's 13-10. And now Justin Fields has the ball. Down 3 points with 9 minutes to go. Let's see this play. Rips it to the right sideline. Nice throw. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's see this game-winning drive. So now it's 4th and 1, right? They go for it. Down 3 points. This is a ballsy move, but I like this. And I'm happy I'm seeing this. I am expecting this Jets team to go for it on 4th down. We're We're going to embody that Lions mindset, bro. Especially if our offensive line are men like we expect them to be. So Najee Harris got it on a 4th and 1. He gets the first down. Okay. Let's keep the ball rolling. So 7 minutes to go. 2nd and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Under 7 minutes to go. Justin Fields in clutch time. All right, Fields. See, look at that. Now, this is the awareness, the pocket presence of Justin Fields that's going to be exciting, is the athleticism. Now, this is, the pass rush gets to him immediately. Steps up, rolls to his left, finds the soft spot of the pocket, extends the play just a little bit for his receiver to get open. Not flashy at all, but that's a 9-yard reception, and that's what you got to do on drives like this in the 4th quarter. Now that brings up 3rd and 1. Let's see what happens here. Fields drops back to pass, pump fakes, indecisive, sidearms, finds his guy. Now that right there, I think, is where he needs to, this is actually a really good play. Now you look at this on the surface, it's like, why is this super impressive? He threw the ball for 2 yards. I'll break it down for you. It's 3rd and 1. And look what Justin Fields does here, because what Justin Fields does on this play is exactly what people are saying that Fields struggles with, which is processing the field, going through reads. And what he does so brilliantly is he drops back, plants his back foot. He's scanning down the field. And I got to pull this up in the All-22 film because I want to see the other angle here. But obviously, nobody's open. I mean, he kind of low-key has Pickens here, but he doesn't like what he sees over the middle. And what he does is he doesn't panic. He pump fakes, scans, and now that's when he gets Pickens. So that's who he went to eventually. And I like that. He doesn't panic. He doesn't force it. He gets patient. He scans the field. He goes through his read. That's poise. That's poise right there. Right? And now look at Pickens making some plays, making some yards after the catch. So this is Justin Fields' game-leading drive. And then to ice it up, 2nd and goal, a little shovel pass to Pat Freiermuth for the touchdown. So, yeah, you can argue. And then the Steelers went out there and they blew the lead. Their defense blew the lead. The Dallas Cowboys marched down the field and they scored a touchdown right here on 4th and goal. Oh, it was 4th and goal too. So let's just add some context. I'm so happy this brought up. If the Pittsburgh Steelers got a stop on this 4th and goal right here in this game, we'd be saying Justin Fields is 5-1 with the Steelers instead of 4-2. And I hear a lot of people bring that up. So I'm happy to actually watch this back because I think that is actually important context. Important context. Right? Now people want me to pull up the Fields Colts game. Now I know that game. You guys want me to pull it up? We'll pull it up. We'll watch some Fields stuff right now. I made this the Justin Fields show, so why not? Now, this is Justin Fields' 367 yards, 3-touchdown game. So let's watch this. 3rd and 9. Let's a rip. Now, that right there is what people say Fields struggles in. And obviously, it's not like he can't throw. It's not like Fields is not good at throwing the ball. What he lacks is the consistency, the ability to do this on a consistent basis. But this throw shows you that he's capable of doing it. 3rd and 9, 2-step drop back, drives into his back foot, good protection, lets it rip between 2 defenders. Look at that tight window. Lets it rip, first down. I mean, that's a big boy throw. In rhythm, timing, gets the ball out on time. And again, this is not a flashy play, but we need Fields to make plays like this, not flashy stuff. Okay, so that's a big play to pick up the first down, extend the drive. Now, 2nd and 9. Let's see this one. Oh, baby. Fake toss, sidearm. I mean, look at that. That just shows you the athleticism of Justin Fields. And that's what also gets me excited about Fields is the creativity that Tanner Engstrand is going to be able to pull off with his athleticism. Look at this creative play. I love this play. It's a fake toss. Fields keeps it. Check and release by the tight end. And look at the sidearm. Look at the sidearm. There's a defender in his face, so he can't throw it on a normal angle. So he has to adjust his arm angle and sidearm fling it right on the money. And it picks up, look at that, yards after the catch. Picture that being Mason Taylor. Right? And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, they lost this game, right? Justin Fields put up 367 yards, 3 touchdowns, and they lost. The one time the Steelers defense did not support the guy. 2nd and 14. Look at that. Pressure comes immediately, and now this is where he's at his best, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Pressure in his face immediately. Makes people miss. Rolls to his left. Extending the play. His feet are just beyond the line of scrimmage. You need to be able to make plays like this, in my opinion, if you're going to be a successful quarterback in today's NFL, and Fields is capable of it, man. Broken down play. Broken down play. Boom. Look at that. Phenomenal stuff. Now, watching just pure highlights definitely feeds some delusion for me and Jets fans watching. So I'm sorry. We're watching highlights. The way you got to get an objective view is watch the all 22, watch every snap, watch the struggles as well as the good. You got to weigh both things. All right. But let's get deeper into it. 2nd and 9, down 17-3. Fields, nothing. Cannon, dude. Look at that, bro. Look at this, bro. Pockets decent. Feels the pressure. Feels the pocket start to collapse. And this is where Justin Fields is at his best. Scrambles to his left. He's able to shift his hips in one fluid motion, plant his feet, and deliver this ball. I mean, that's a rifle. What is that, 30 yards? That's from the 42-yard line to the 25. On a beam. On the run. Picture that to Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson breaking this tackle, and he's gone for the touchdown. Right? Guys, hit that like button, by the way. If you're enjoying this little breakdown of Justin Fields from his best plays as a Steeler, please hit the like button. We'll do this more often throughout the offseason. 3rd and goal. Let's see what happens here. Now that's Justin Fields at his best right there. You see, this is where the mobility and the athleticism is a real threat, especially in the red zone. Because if there's no one open and you drop too many people down in coverage, especially in man coverage, I mean, look at this lane that he sees. Justin Fields' eyes get wide open. And you're not catching him, bro. He's not taking the right angle. Good luck on a defensive line catching him. This linebacker not be able to catch up the Fields. That's a touchdown. My boy Sco says, drop passes and penalties equals inconsistent to stat watchers. I'm liking these Justin Fields truthers in the chat, man. I'm a fan of you guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm a fan of you guys. Now, let's keep the ball rolling. So far in the game, Fields is 15 of 21, 194 yards and a rushing touchdown. 2nd and 5, quarterback keeper. I mean, that's where it's just so hard to defend Fields when you're able to do this. This is like a designed quarterback run. Delayed, draw, gets the first down, and look at the offensive lineman climbing to the next level. Yeah, absolutely love that. 2nd and goal. And by the way, Fields is going to be a very good fantasy quarterback this year because of the mobility. Right? 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. This is what I mean, bro. Look at that. This is like, you can't coach these types of moves. Playmaking, at its finest, scrambling out of the pocket. And he's not afraid of contact, bro. Look at him lowering his shoulder and just bullying his way into the end zone. Dog. He easily could have flipped it up to 11 for the touchdown, but he's like, nah, I got this myself, bro. Lowering the shoulder, absorbs the contact at the goal line, holds on to the ball, touchdown, gets right up, celebrates with the teammates. Bang. He was on one in this game, bro. No doubt. Let's keep it rolling. I love those types of plays. I expect the Jets to run these types of plays, man. Take a nice fake end around. Quarterback keeper. And look at the offensive line. This is beautiful from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Climbing into the second level. I mean, you got these two guys leading the way. Even Najee Harris picking up the blockers. And Fields does a great job. Getting 9 yards in 2nd and 10 is fantastic. 3rd and 2. Oh, boy, deep ball. I mean, my favorite narrative about Fields is that the people that don't watch him, they just say he can't throw. If you come out here and say Fields can't throw, well, you obviously just are buying into a narrative without really looking at what's going on. Because he can throw. I mean, like, what are we talking about? The guy wouldn't be in the league if he can't throw. The guy would not have been a first-round pick. He even was able to show that flashes in Pittsburgh. Look at this, 3rd and 2. And by the way, this isn't like 3 years ago. This is last year. Okay, watch Justin Fields on 3rd and 2. George Pickens gets a release, and it's pretty good coverage too. The pass, and look at this. He's got pressure breathing down. He feels that. Fields knows I got to get rid of this. Steps up away from the pressure, which is another good ability to show you that Fields has that instinctual ability to feel the pocket, which is so important. Feel the pressure coming, step up into his throw, makes it on time and rhythm. On the money, dude. On the money to Pickens. And that right there is what you can expect a connection to be like with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. So, and now let's see the 3rd touchdown for Fields. 3rd and 5. Nice. I mean, 3rd and 5, squeezing that in. Stick route. Timing, anticipate. Like, this is called all timing. This is a rhythm throw. You got to get this ball out on time. And look at the offensive line, keeping him upright. Gets rid of it on time. Seems like a simple throw, but those types of things matter. He likes his tight ends. Picture that being Mason Taylor or a Ruckert. So, Pat Freiermuth get in there. Justin Fields is that dude, bro. So, yeah, I mean, that's Justin Fields' best game as a Steeler. I know that there's a lot of pundits out there. I know there's a lot of speculation if this guy can play, but he is the key to everything, man. He is the key to the New York Jets' success this season, no doubt about it, bro. No doubt about it. I'm excited. I'm very excited about it. Aaron Glenn will motivate Fields the best he can be. 100%. Bears Falcons 2023. Is that what you want me to put on next? You guys want me to keep the ball rolling of Fields? Is that what we want? You guys want me to keep the ball rolling of Fields? This is the game where he slid in the that infamous. All right, you guys want me to keep it going? Let's keep it going. So here's Fields 2023, the year before he gets traded. This is bad quality. Let's get this quality up. Thank you. All right, let's see what he did. So 313-yard game against the Falcons. DJ Moore is an absolute beast. He does throw a pretty ball, man. I ain't gonna lie. he does throw a pretty ball. All right. Going to be an exciting season for Jets and Bears transplant fans. I hope so, bro. There's nothing more this Jets team needs is someone like Fields to come here and break out, bro. 3rd and 9. See, I mean, that is a very good sign that a lot of people say he can't process the field. This is called processing the field. 3rd and 9, great protection. Doesn't like what he sees. Doesn't panic. Sees his check down. Finds him. And he allows the players to make some plays. Look at that, too. All the way down to the goal line. 3rd and goal. That is a freaking dart, dude. Are you kidding me? In the snow. Plants his back foot. He's literally fading away because the pressure is so hard. Rips it from the 15-yard line all the way to the back of the left corner of the end zone on a seam. On a seam. That right there shows you the arm talent that he has. For the people that say he can't throw, I mean, listen, I know we're looking at highlights, and you got to look at the all-22 because there's definitely some signs of inconsistencies on film, and that's true. It is. But the flashes are there, man, where if he can put it all together. And let me remind you guys, if you go look at Sam Darnold in his time with the Jets, he showed similar flashes. You look at Baker Mayfield with, you know, the Rams that year, he showed flashes. You look at, like, there's these guys that need an opportunity, and Fields has so many flashes. Like, this throw right here is absolutely, like, this is a throw that Aaron Rodgers would make, and we would be like, dude, Aaron Rodgers is good, right? When we were in that mindset. The can't throw narrative is just wrong. Third and 7 for Fields. Another deep ball. Woo, dude, what a catch by DJ Moore. Unbelievable. I mean, look at the ability to him to see the pressure come in his face and still let that thing rip. His feet aren't even set, and he floats this up with ease. That's a ridiculous catch. That's a ridiculous catch, dude. Wow. Great throw as well, of course. That's where Fields is at his best. Doesn't like what he sees. He has the ability to tuck it and run. That's something that I don't think us Jets fans even have ever expected. Us Jets fans never, ever have had a mobile quarterback like this in our lives. That is flashy right there. You talk about play action. Talk about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that is what Aaron Rodgers is best at in his prime. Rolling to his left, like that's where the Jets get creative. We have a quarterback that is capable of throwing off platform on the run like that. Great throw. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to hit the like button. I would appreciate that, guys, and subscribe to the channel. 1st and goal. Oh, baby. Quarterback keeper. Woo! Touchdown. Like, this is, you talk about playmaker. This is what, like, you need touchdowns in the red zone. Fields would get it with his legs if needed. I love this play. And the Jets are obviously going to implement this into their scheme, is a quarterback keeper like this. It's like a draw, basically, but for a quarterback. Look at that hole. Finds the edge. Good luck. Touchdown. That's some playmaking right there at its finest. Faking the... His speed is off the charts. Like, I'd argue Justin Fields is top 3 in the NFL right now out of the quarterbacks from a mobility standpoint, not just from pure athleticism and running the football. He's right up there with Lamar, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. Like, I think he's right up there with those guys. And if he could put it together consistently with throwing, that's when he becomes a real quarterback in this league. I mean, look at this 3rd and 7 throw. Deep drop back. Decent protection. Pressure starting to get there. And that deep drop back is important because you need to allow the routes to develop down the field. You need some time for the wide receivers to get open. He allows them to get their separation. And look at that tight window that he fits it into. Accurate, precise. Great throw. Look at Justin Fields on the move, man. This is what I'm excited to see with Fields, bro. This is right here. These are the types of play designs that I'm really excited for. It's like a fake direction to the left, and then he turns around, and then look at the space that he has to work with. Look at this space. When you give Fields that type of space, the 55 is going to be stressed it out. If I don't go and try to tackle him, he's going to run. But if I drop back, he'll run. If I run after him, he'll throw. So that's where you get the defense very indecisive. And he decides to throw on the run, sidearm, first down. Second and 10, another play action. Fading away. Like, look at that throw, dude. Fading off of his back foot, which you don't like to see. I mean, the footwork is very sloppy here, but the pressure's coming at him, so he has really no choice. Like, the fact that his feet are literally shoulder width distance apart and planted this way, this is how you teach quarterbacks to not throw. But the greatest quarterbacks in the league can get away with it if they have the arm talent to overcome it. And right here, you're seeing his ability to flick a wrist and get it on the money to a wide open receiver to bring up 1st and goal for the Bears. I mean, that's good stuff. If you're a quarterback that can throw well with bad footwork, then you're a good quarterback. But you don't want to create bad habits because then you rely on the bad footwork, and then that's where you can spiral out of control. And, like, I love Fields's, like, when he's about to drop that back foot and plant, like, that's perfect footwork. You see that? What I'm talking about? The fundamentals, the fundies. Watch Fields' feet on this one. Drop back, 2-step, plants his back foot, drives off his back foot, rifle. That right there is fantastic fundamentals. And he puts it on the money. And he's able to get those fundies because of the offensive line actually holding up. Has a little 2-yard of separation as he lets it fly. Boom, on the money to Moore. Phenomenal. Third and 8. Oh, pressure is there immediately. Oh, this is that highlight. Yep. This is the highlight reel play. This is where if Fields does a play like this with the Jets, watch out, man. Because look at the free rusher on him. There's a free rusher on him. And look what he does. He should have got creamed right here. If this is any other quarterback besides a select few, this is a sack. But Fields shifts his weight, breaks that tackle, breaks another tackle, and look at the 2 defenders. Nope. And then he's gone. 3rd and 8. Pick up that first down. Like, that is just, you can't coach that. It's either you got that or you don't. It's either you got it or you don't, bro. I mean, look at this play, dude. Now, he's not going to do this every time that there's a free rusher, but it shows you the real playmaking ability he has with the ball in his hands. He is special from that standpoint. I mean, look at the balance, shiftiness, keeping his feet on the turf or the grass in this matter. I'm used to the MetLife Stadium. Really, really insane stuff. High snap. His throw on the run is very impressive. I mean, look at this play. It could have easily broke down. High snap, fake toss to the left, misdirection. Oops. His throw on the run is pretty impressive. His ability to, like, you need to be able to throw balls like that. All the best quarterbacks in the league do that in today's league. Every quarterback, you need to be able to throw on the run in today's NFL. You can't just be a pure pocket passer and that's it. 2nd and 20. To his playmaker, DJ Moore picks up the first down. I mean, talking about man coverage, recognizing man. Good protection. Feet are a little sloppy, but it doesn't matter because the ball's on the money in stride, allowing DJ Moore to go in space. Moore is a freaking beast, bro. Third and 7. Oh, man. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, that right there is one of those plays where if you're the opposing team, it just drives you crazy. Like, I know if I'm a Falcons fan, it's 3rd and 7, it's a tight game, and you have a chance to get a stop, and you're like, sack him right there. I mean, that should be a sack. That should be a sack, dude. That should be a sack. But nope. Unreal. Unreal play. This is the playmaking ability that he has. This is still there. And I feel like he hasn't even been able to show it to his full potential yet. So that's why I feel like Justin Fields has a real chance to show what he's about. Dude didn't see the 50-yard seed on the run. Pickens last year was the best throw of any. I did see that, actually. I did see that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to see if I can find that, actually. See if I can find that because I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I found it. I found it, but there's a better angle than that. Yeah, I mean, this is the only angle I can see right now. This throw was unbelievable. It didn't count, I believe. Throwing on the run, 50-yard seed, bang. I mean, that is just absurd. But there was a penalty on this, right? It didn't count. I think there's holding. Yeah, see the flag was holding on his offensive lineman. There's a better angle of this, though. There's definitely a better angle of this, so I'm going to try to find that real quick. Let me see. Because there's real instances here where Justin Fields is showing that he's capable of some big things, man. He is, man. Come on, man. I know I posted it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Can't find it. But I do have something else I can show you guys. I do have something else I can show you guys real quick. I made this edit for my channel about when Justin Fields became a Jet. And it's a pretty cool edit, so enjoy. Justin Fields is officially a New York Jet, folks.
This is exactly the type of move the Jets should be making. Let him go to New York City and give him the opportunity and say, congratulations, We believe in you.
Fields climbs, Fields throws, touchdown! Away at the 40, Fields to the 30, to the 20. Can he beat the angle? He does!
Number one is a better athlete than you.
Here's Justin Fields with time to throw, going deep. He to St. Brown, over the shoulder, inside the 10. Fields stumbling, trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields, touchdown! Fields again, the initial fake. Fields going to run for it, and he bangs it in.
Yes, sir. And I know that we have a lot of Justin Fields fans in the chat. If you guys did not see this video I made, highly recommend it. I will put the link. This is like a mini documentary on Justin Fields. Put a lot of time into this video. It's kind of like the title will speak for itself. Justin Fields about to shock the NFL in New York. This video I made definitely gives you a full breakdown of Justin Fields and why I think he really does have a chance to break out with his team. It goes through his entire history to Ohio State, Chicago, Pittsburgh. Now his time with the Jets, his opportunity. I would definitely highly recommend, if we have some Justin Fields fans in the chat, to go watch that video because put a lot of time into it. It's like a mini documentary of Fields that I produced. I would appreciate that, guys. So, yeah, man, that's my thoughts. I think that Justin Fields is definitely the X factor to this season. I think that you look at the schedule, and the one question mark is if Fields can break out, I think the Jets will have a good season. If not, they won't. I think it's that simple. It's cut and dry. Now that Jordan Travis is retired, Fields should have been number 3. Number 1 Chicago, number 2 in Pitt, number 3 with the Jets. I like that, Rich. But, yeah, definitely too late. Justin Fields already committed to 7. I kind of like him with number 7. I do. But I do understand what you're saying there, Rich, 100%. I do. Well, Rich, thank you for the $5 super chat, my guy. Much love to you, my friend. Much love to you, my friend. Cannot thank you enough for the kind, generous super chat. Want to remind everybody that Jets Media Day 2025 is in the works right now. And if you guys wanted an opportunity to come through to Jets Media Day this year, you guys can make your deposit on my website, where it will give you a guaranteed spot in the event. All right. It's going to be exciting. If you don't know what Jets Media Day is, it's going to be the 4th annual event where we go to a Jets game. You get an ultimate Jets game day experience with an all-inclusive tailgate, party, food, drinks, live DJ, access to a live show from the tailgate, which is awesome every year. Gary V was on it last season. All together as a group at MetLife Stadium for the Jets game, and then exclusive access to the field that we all get to go on the turf of MetLife Stadium together. So if you guys want to come through to a Jets game this year, definitely consider it. I will make the official announcement of the game next week or the week after. But if you wanted to secure your spot, you click the make your deposit link. It's a down payment of $100, and that will secure your spot, 100% guaranteed. And the games is definitely going to be, there's 3 options. It's week 1 versus Pittsburgh, week 2 against Buffalo, and then week 5 against Dallas is the games that I'm looking at. If you have any questions about it, definitely feel free to email me, ask any questions that you may have. So I do appreciate you guys big time, as always, for tuning on into this show. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up, folks. I'll be live on 4th and Forever later today to break it all down. So we're going to finish up the show now. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. Cannot thank you enough for all the kind words. And with that, I will see you next time right here on Jets Media. Peace out, folks.